Okay, I've been using these programs forever, but I'm still on a journey of discovering little shortcuts and nuances. And yeah, most people will know it already, but for those of you who don't know it, I didn't use it for as long as now, up until now. So if I had a shape, for example, and I wanted to make the edge of it thicker, I would go here to stroke and make it thicker. Okay, see that? I mean, it's simple there. Or if I had to go over here and go to this adjustment up here and do the stroke, same thing. But lo and behold, there is another beautiful shortcut key, which is the shift and the bracket. Okay, so this bracket makes bigger and the other one makes smaller. So if I click here, I keep shift down and the right bracket. Okay, so if I go, look at that, I'm just tapping on it, going the other way, tapping singles, or I keep my finger down, look what happens. And then I can select multiple objects. If I keep shift down, bracket to the right, bracket to the left. Isn't that cool? So there we go. I can do that quickly just by using the shift button. So that will be cool if I'm busy doing a design like this and I want, like, okay, I think I need to get this a bit thicker here. Just go shift, bracket, bracket, tap, tap. There we are. How simple can that be? I know there are a lot of other nice shortcut keys, but for today, this is what it is. Shift, bracket to the right like this is for making it thicker. The outline, other way is making it thinner. Okay, here's the other thing. This is really cool. I know it's just a shortcut, but bear with me. I'm on my journey of making life a little bit more simple. So I know where all the tools are, but how is this not cool? So if I go here and I can go to convert curves, it's going to convert this object to curves, and then I can edit the node. So let me go convert to curves. See, if I click there now, it's all in nodes. I'm going to go Control Z backwards. Control Z, let's see if I get back there. Then we're back to the text here. But check this out. Oops. All I need to do is have this selected and press Control Enter. I've pressed Control Enter on my keyboard. Look at this. It shifts into the same mode. You go undo again. Okay, so if this is text, even if I go maybe write even a nice piece here, if I say hello, okay, I've got this as, oops, let me just go this with, I am catching on nonsense here now. I'm clicking where I'm not supposed to click. But there we have it there. If I press Control and press the button Enter, I have just converted this all into curves. Okay, so that button that comes up here, convert to curves. This works really nice for me because sometimes my buttons here go, and I've got a 1920 by 1080 screen, HD, but sometimes it goes off the screen here. When I'm busy with something, it runs right off the screen. Then I've got to click the little buttons here to show the convert to curves. Now it's as simple as selecting there. Can you see there, convert to curves? But I'm just selecting, press Control, hold it down, press Enter, and you'll see the cursor turn into the node tool. And there we go. We can edit the nodes. Okay, and then the next one, which is really cool, is just the Enter button. Okay, so I've done this one up here now. I haven't really worked out how to get back to the settings over here, so I've just put this over here. Here it is. If you've selected any object and you press Enter, I'm going to go Enter. Here we go, 1, 2, 3, Enter. Look what pops up. Move and duplicate. Now, what does this mean? It's got a whole lot of settings and you can experiment here. Look here, if I'm going horizontal, it's moving, etc. Okay, you can also go and duplicate. So if I duplicate, how many copies? Maybe make 2 copies, and if I scroll this way, can you see it's doing 2 copies and then it will get to a point where it evens out like that. So if you want to do a whole list of them, I'm going to just move this across here. If you want to do a whole list of them, you can just do numbers like this. And this is horizontal to separate in between. Isn't that cool? And this would be vertical. You get the idea? It has all different nuances to it. Distance between them, distance closer, and angles. So some of these things have relevance in different aspects, others don't. Rotation, look at that. So if you go more copies, you can actually create a sense of things flipping around like that. Okay, so this, let me bring it down again. I'm going to just reset this to everything as per normal. Get that back there. Okay, the one thing that I wanted to show besides all of those lovely fancy things is if we go with duplicate, but instead of just going and doing rotations on one axis, I'm going to go here, press enter, and here if you look on top here with this selection, you're going to see next to convert to curves, this one, enable transform origin. And you can click on that. You sometimes got to double click. It gives the origin over here. And depending whether you move it down here, or wherever, your design will vary. But I'm going to just move it down here for this demo. What it means is that if I rotate this, it's going to rotate around that axis. Okay, I'm going to Control Z to get it back to the middle. But using this, check this out. If I go and I say duplicate and I have, say, 2. The second one is superimposed here, but if I go with a bit of rotation, maybe go in the negative, I've created 2 of those copies. I'm just scrolling my mouse, okay? So if I create more, can you see what's happening? It kind of has a little bit of offset. Okay, so you could do some really, really nice complex shapes. Or you could just use a simple kind of setup where if you go with the rotation, you can fiddle a bit more with it. You can see how best it works. Okay, so again, use your imagination and see the possibilities that do exist with this. You can create flowers or whatever it is. And yeah, this insert mode is just if you insert in front or behind, you can experiment with that one. But this is it. So check there. If you go do a vertical adjustment, all of them. It's truly incredible. I think the most exciting thing for me is just the fact that to get to this, you just press your enter button, or what do they call it, return button, and you have access to it in this space. Just remember, if you want to go in a circle, you're going to move this center pivot point around, else you move it right back to the middle and we take it across here, and we can do what we did initially. I'm going to just give some distance in between, and we're going to duplicate a couple. Okay, we give some space. So if you wanted to create a grid like this, and you're going to press OK, of course, if you want to go there. Oops. Select those and move it to the top there. And again, if you click here and you press enter, only thing is you're not going to be able to go back and see what you do. You can actually do a snapshot if you want to go back and edit, but I haven't really resolved that yet. I'm just doing this to show you the potential of selecting an object, select a circle, press enter, and we're going to make duplicate maybe 4 copies and add some distance in between, maybe make more copies. Isn't that cool? Can create quite a bit of unique things. And yes, scale also. If you scale it down to a small size, it will start off big, and by that proportion it starts transposing over to the next one by, in this case, about 5% smaller. Okay, or if you go bigger here, it's going to start off with a 1 and get bigger by, what's this, 3% as it goes along. Cool. Go and play around with it and experiment. I think it's really, really cool setup. And there we can reset it. Great stuff. Have a blessed day and shalom to everybody.